Hey friends, how is everyone doing? Thank you all for coming into the live kind of impromptu. I really didn't plan on this and just decided, you know what? I feel like doing a live. Thankfully, Amber felt like coming in. Thank you, Amber.
You're welcome. I don't know how long I'll be able to hang because I'm feeling kind of cruddy, but I'm here.
I have allergies pretty bad today too, so I'll try not to try to mute my microphone if I get gross. Sorry, people. um I has everyone seen, I think most of y'all, but has everyone seen the video that Gypsy put out about her new, podcast where she's sitting there talking about doing a little church group? That I know you said you've seen some clips, right, Amber?
Yeah, I've seen some clips. I got some thoughts.
I thought we would show just a minute and talk about it real quick because, I noticed something in the emails kinda related.
Okay. Well, I just think it's funny that you've been saying her next stop is preaching.
Yep, next script gonna be something with the church.
Yep.
Okay, thankfully, the GRB snarkers are on it, so I never have to go look at her Instagram actually or anything like that. Let's
Yeah, I
take a
know
look.
they're really good.
Yeah, let's take a listen real quick.
Prioritize my family, really kind of hone in on the things that are important to me. I really want to do some kind of group within our church. I think that would be really insightful and inspiring to kind of get me in the right direction with my faith. I've always kind of struggled with my faith. And so, really, sort of getting back into the right path that I think that God wants me to walk. Um, I feel like it's been such a journey for me trying to figure out like where my place is in the world. I've been out of prison for 2 years now, and I feel like I'm still kind of like finding myself and figuring out where I belong. Um, what is my purpose? I think everybody feels that way at some point in their life, and I'm coming to the realization that I'm 34 years old, and I really just want to honestly just become that. Like, I want to become that version of myself that I always envisioned.
Thank goodness, that's about all I could take.
Mhm.
But yeah, I thought it was, interesting. Like you said, I've been saying, "Oh, just wait, her next grift, it's gonna be something in the church," and it looks like that's what she's talking about. But we've all been talking about I've seen a lot of people talking, "Why does she not do something about the mouth sounds?" And, like, I get, with microphones and stuff like that, sometimes you can't help it, but it seems like she's got a pretty professional setup going on there, maybe a team behind her or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and people wonder, "Why doesn't she do something about the mouth sounds?" I realize it's because she really likes them. She likes that. Let me show y'all something.
Oh my goodness.
As always, I find everything in the emails, friends. So, I noticed I was reading some emails between her and Kian, and I was like, "What the hell?" She writes out clicks tongue.
I forgot about that.
She's that proud of that sound. This email says, "Honey bear, I'm missing you like crazy. I'm feeling much better today. I had much better dreams last night, that which you were in. Clicks tongue, winky face. One day I will wake up and smile, knowing that what happened in my dream wasn't just a fantasy."
Oh my goodness.
And there's another one here. She's talking to Jeff, I believe. And I won't read the whole thing, but she's like, "I still kind of dig the goth look. There's this catalog called Alchemy England 1977. Such cool shit. I would totally rock. I want to buy ear cuffs that look like dragon wings. I told you my style would be somewhere between Forever 21 and Hot Topic. Figure it out, mall boy. Clicks tongue. Smile."
Mall boy.
Yes, like she writes out clicks tongue. Like just with a quick search, I find it 5 times where she actually wrote out clicks tongue.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay, like, she's never gonna do anything about the mouth sounds. She likes them so much when all she could do is email, she wrote them out.
Oof.
I know. And that's that's not this live stream isn't about the emails. We were gonna look at the crime scene pics, but I just saw that and I'm like, "Oh god," like, she likes it so much, she writes it out. That's why she does it so much in her videos.
Oh, she never surprises me anymore. She's so odd.
Right?
Okay, so that clip that you just showed, I
Uh-huh.
wanna know if she's talking about starting a church group or if she just wants to get involved in a church group, because those are 2 very different things.
Yeah, it said I think she said, "Maybe start a group in my church." I'm
That's
pretty
what I thought
sure.
she said.
Can someone let us know in the comments if we're getting that wrong? But yeah, I
So
really
yeah, so why in the heck would somebody who doesn't even know what they believe, they've admittedly gotten baptized multiple times, they crave holy water, they're weird, and
Mhm.
she's now gonna go set up in a church and be a leader?
Yeah, sounds like that's what she wants to do.
That that is weird. Um,
Mhm.
Anybody who allows this woman to go in and start a group in their church should be held accountable for whatever happens after that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
Especially if they allow her into a group or to start a group that would anyway involve minors.
yes, so, like, she would be normally typically gravitating towards, family ministry, a group where she's with people who are her own age who have young children, and they get together and get to know each other and form a solid group in that church.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't trust her to do anything like that. It's not safe in my opinion.
No. No, like, she hasn't shown herself to be safe since she got out of prison. We've read her emails now, we know that she never changed while she was in prison. She talks
Mhm.
about changing every time she gets caught doing something bad, and she talked about that in that clip too. I don't think we heard the whole thing to the point, of her talking about this, but she said something about, "Oh, I've grown and changed so much in this last year," and it's like, you say that every 3 months.
Well, and then I remember seeing a clip where she says, "Oh, I haven't really conducted myself online very well," something to that effect, and it's like, "No crap." I
Yeah, she
mean,
said it's well known I've been messy online or something like that. She wants to stop that and maybe start a group in her church. Like, "Oh, you're gonna go from being straight and messy to teaching?"
yeah, no, I mean, this woman needs to, if this is the route she's going, that she is a Christian and she wants to change her life, then she needs to be sitting her behind in the pews and learning. She doesn't need to be teaching other people.
Yeah, I agree. And another thing, this is just kind of a funny thing about that clip, not serious like what you were talking about, but another thing funny is, there's been a lot of talk about how often she says, in that, like, it's almost every other word,
Mhm,
And, what's the reason why that's funny and I can't find the email right at the moment, the search gave me so many hits on media
mhm.
that I can't get to the exact one, but she emailed, I believe it was Melissa Moore, a month or 2 before she got out, and asked if they could get Ryan some media training because he
Mhm.
says, and so much in his videos.
I remember that.
And she is just as bad.
She is. She's just as bad, and, this is kind of the epitome of a wolf in sheep's clothing, coming in and trying to set up shop as this new person when in the background, all she's gonna do is cause chaos and mayhem wherever she goes.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. Her
and you've
wanting
al
to go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you've also got to think about the fact that, okay, so she goes into a church. her daughter starts getting involved with children at the church. There's going to be events that are just for the children. She's going to show up to those events with her child.
Yeah,
To
her
me,
being
to me that
involved in the church puts her in
yeah,
proximity.
yeah, to me that's scary. Just because of her crime and the things that she's said and done before and since.
Yeah.
So that's a whole sticky situation.
And we know she always takes inspiration from other people. And do you know about Kris Jenner's church?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah, so, she went on Kim Kardashian. She really hoped she could kind of hook in with the Kardashians, and Kim had her on the show and then kind of blew her off, clearly.
Mhm.
Even on the show, you could see, like, the fall and disappointment on Gypsy's face whenever she tried to talk about prison reform with Kim, and Kim was like, "Oh, I have resources I'll put you in touch with," and she's just like, "Oh, we're not gonna tour prisons together on your show?" But so she's anything like that she gets in proximity to, it seems like she gets obsessed with. So there's no way she doesn't know about Kris Jenner's church, which
Mhm.
seems to be a massive money grab. Just Jamie, no, it's not Hillsong. Like, Kris Jenner is actually pastor of a church that I believe, I want to say it costs something like $10,000 a month, or I don't know. It's crazy membership fees.
It's something wild like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like,
it's really creepy.
mhm. Just makes me wonder.
Mhm.
Air DNA, I kind of agree with you. Kim was not into it on the show, it didn't appear like. And yes, Lavender, Kris doesn't have to pay any taxes on that. And we know from her emails that Gypsy is really good at researching tax laws. What she
Mhm.
couldn't look up herself in prison, she would email people and ask them to Google for her. And she would cite specific, like, now I'm going to sound dumb because I can't think of what they're called, but the numbers that refer to specific sections of the law.
Yeah, case laws and stuff like that.
Yeah, she would cite specific numbers asking Christy and Kian and different people to look this up for her and tell her if
Mhm.
this would apply here or whatever. And whenever she emailed Rod about wanting to give them $20,000 for the money that they gave her for canteen in prison, she told him that she looked up the tax laws and she felt it would be best to save both of them tax money, to give it to him in two lump payments, 2 years in a row,
Mhm.
$9,999 at a time. So she totally is, good at looking that kind of thing up and keeping her money to herself.
She's a schemer and a scammer.
Yep. I mean, after all, she needs to spend it on $2,000 wigs that look like they might as well have been $20.
Yeah, some of those wigs that she wore in those videos look better than the one she's got on now.
Yeah, it's wild. And, like, I always try to make sure that everyone knows when they compliment my hair that I wear a wig, and it's a cheap wig that I wear just for fun on here because I have thin hair and I don't wanna try and make it look decent for the camera every time. And,
Mhm.
my wig was $25. Amber, because you bought one too when we were goofing around
Yes,
on a
I
video.
did.
And, yeah, so it was shocking to me to realize she was telling everyone that that one was $2,500 or something like that.
Yeah, and, I feel bad for the lady who made it because she made it look so bad.
I know, yeah. Yep. Yeah, Air DNA, according to her, that was an expensive wig. Hey, Stacia 001. Okay, let me pull up the crime scene pics because from your FOIA. Because, yeah, I was going through these the other day looking for a bunch of different random things and just kept making note of a thing here and there that I wanted to talk about. And finally, I was just like, you know what? Why not just go through them all in a chat live
Mhm.
and discuss them?
Well, I'm here for it. I haven't processed anything that I've put out, so
Yeah, it's a lot.
it's so much.
um, Now looking first off, this is just the first one, and we've always heard about the black trash bags, but then once we get to the inside, I it's not trash bags over these, right? It's just the stained glass, it just looks dark
Correct.
from the outside?
Correct.
Where did the trash bag thing come from? I think
I
that was
have
just
no
from
idea.
Gypsy. She
Yeah,
mentioned it
I
in her
mean,
book.
that's what I assume because it's just something you've always heard.
Yeah, that's kinda what I'm wondering.
Mhm. And from
Yeah,
that
Violet, those are
picture
weird.
right there, that totally looks like there's garbage bags over the windows, but they're not.
Hey, Karen, do you know have you seen a picture of it being both? That's what we're wondering because we're not seeing in any of the crime scene pics any trash bags. Yeah, and there was trash bags full of stuff in the house,
Yeah, definitely.
but there's so many crime scene pics that, like, we could very easily just not have seen them because there are literally thousands. Later
Mhm.
one. It's in some pictures and a later ones they've taken down. Okay, cool. We'll have to figure that out. I'd like to know the timeline on when the trash bags went up and when they came down,
Mhm.
because it seems like these coverings were more related possibly to the murder than to what she was getting up to in the house. Oh, Pink Phoenix says Rod mentioned the trash bags on the windows too. Interesting.
Okay.
Hmm. Well, let me keep going.
At this point, I can't remember. My head's so foggy. I'm just,
We've seen a lot.
yeah.
And see, looking at that, you would think there were trash bags over them, but I'm pretty sure when we get to the inside pics that it was the stained glass.
Yeah. Well, Alora's got some stained glass film on her window,
Uh-huh.
and, it doesn't look like that.
From the outside?
Yeah, from the outside.
Gotcha. Okay. If you see something you want to talk about, stop me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go back and check the chat too. Yeah, Ken did mention them, and then Gypsy got onto him.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because he said she was walking around the house. She's like, no, 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 that's not the story. It's the fornication foliage.
Mhm.
Got 3 trash cans, recycling, regular, and I don't know what the other one would be for.
Maybe 2
Mm.
recycling.
Possibly.
We have 2 recycling bins.
It's interesting to me, I think only this window has the film and this one doesn't. This one would be Gypsy's room, right?
Oh, I don't know at this
I
moment.
Yeah, I think so. She had a red bulb in the living room floor lamp. I noticed that on one of them, yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, we talked about that, in one of our live streams going over the crime scene pics before a few weeks ago, that nightgown there by the bed and how there's a little pallet and pillow by the bed.
Mhm.
Yeah, Joy, I've looked at the pictures of the trash bins and I've never seen a knife in the trash bin, but we'll see if we miss something when we get to them.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that, and I know people are talking about that now, especially from the last document or these last ones that I've uploaded, and for the life of me, I can't figure out what they're talking about.
Right, and there's a husky knife that was on the floor, I think, in one of the rooms, and people talked about that for a long time, saying it was a second murder knife because it was tagged as evidence. But the
Mm,
thing is, if you look at the kitchen pictures, they tagged as possible evidence every knife in the
okay,
kitchen,
so
like the
Crispy
paring
Dandy
knives.
yeah, Crispy Dandy says, "I heard the second knife is in the log, not the pictures."
Interesting, I'll have to look because There's a couple of different logs, and I went through one of them because it was a description of what we were seeing in the pictures. But like
Uh-huh.
Amber says, we've looked through these now so many times and gotten so much new information that it's kind of becoming a blur. That's why I have to keep going back and looking again.
No, honestly, I mean, you have to have, like, a very good memory to remember all of this stuff.
Yep. And it's interesting that this window over here also doesn't appear to have film on it.
Uh-huh.
That would that be Dee Dee's? No, that wouldn't be Dee Dee's bedroom, be the room, the junk room, I think. So I guess there wouldn't be any reason she didn't do anything in the jump room and wasn't gonna murder Dee Dee in there.
You know, I find it interesting that there's not a window in the bathroom there.
Yeah.
That's always struck me as odd.
Yeah, it just something I was going through the other day looking at these was trying to figure out just exactly what windows they chose to black out and which ones they didn't.
Mhm. That side window's probably that extra room. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not
The thing is
oriented enough.
yeah, the thing is, Crispy Dandy, in a lot of Gypsy's videos that we have now from the new FOIA, the windows weren't blacked out yet. Even all the way up to 2014 and 15, we see her sitting by windows in the living room and other rooms that were eventually having had film put over them, but they didn't at that time. So it seems like there was some sort of significant plan that caused her I suspect Gypsy, not Dee Dee, caused her to want to put film on the windows. And I feel like if we could get a timeline on the film, it would help us understand.
Dee Dee was probably embarrassed.
Oh, I'm sure she was mortified. It's after 2011, I feel like she probably lived in absolute mortification and fear.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, if you're cowering on a toilet with your child holding a gun and a dagger at you, you know, that's gonna have you freaked out.
Yeah. Um, I can't remember Kimmy Freak. Do you remember Amber on this comment here?
Said Nick sat on Dee Dee when attacking her. I remember Nick saying he got on top of her and just started stabbing.
I feel like I remember him saying something about had to straddle or something, but I wouldn't swear to it because yeah, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but yeah, my brain's turning to mush.
No, I remember hearing him say that, so and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
Okay.
he said that in the interrogation.
The B-side, see, that's what we thought too, but then whenever we got these latest FOIA videos, we realized that there wasn't covering on the windows all the way up till, like, 2014, and I think there might have been a video even in 2015 in the living room by a completely bright lighted, no film window. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's really, really strange.
Yeah.
Let me
This
go
is
to
gonna be one of the mysteries of this case,
the
I think. And that has a whole blind on it.
yep, looks like the cat had been looking through.
Yeah.
This window back here confuses me because it seems like that should be Dee Dee's bedroom, but I don't remember seeing a window in Dee Dee's bedroom back here.
Yeah, there was a window there. I just
Was there?
don't remember what's well, it would have had to have been on the side where the Barney was, maybe? I can't remember now.
Maybe I don't understand the placement of Dee Dee's bed in the bedroom as much as I thought I did. I thought the placement where this back window is here would have been where the head of her bed was, but maybe it's not.
Yeah, no, I think there was a window that was, like somebody said, had stained glass on it in that room. PD on the
Joy,
left,
when
PD on the right, yeah.
and you we're saying that from the perspective of, like, standing in front of the house and facing it, Didi on left,
Yeah,
Chip on right, right?
standing
Okay,
yeah, standing in that room and looking at the bed.
gotcha. Wonder what's going on with this little patch of grass here. Is there a oh, the drain probably has a leak.
Yeah.
Gets extra water.
Okay, so there's definitely something over that window.
Mhm, the one that would be on Didi's side, but
Uh-huh.
not on Chip's side.
Yeah.
No angry carrot, not that I know of. They all reported that they loved each other deeply, got along, always happy. As far as I know, no one knew about trouble until Aaliyah's text,
Yeah.
until she showed her text.
That's my understanding too.
Didn't they okay, so the and this is actually something I didn't know, Amber. You told me this way early on. Is it you said, "Isn't that whole neighborhood Habitat for Humanity homes?" And I was like, "No, I don't think so." But,
Oh, yeah.
I was reading a newspaper article from 2015, and it referred to it as a Habitat for Humanity neighborhood.
Yeah.
So, do they have a neighborhood, lawn service, maybe?
I don't know about that, but you're correct. It is a whole for Humanity neighborhood. They're actually building new houses in that neighborhood as we speak. So,
Gotcha.
and it says in the front, a
Yeah.
Habitat for Humanity home.
Either way, I assume they had a lawn service. I don't see how Dee Dee could have been mowing.
No, I don't see her mowing.
In the, article I read, I still got I did a little video reading an article from 2015, just a few days after the murder, and, in that, Aaliyah was talking about how she said, something like, "That woman was killing herself trying to take care of Gypsy and get everything she needed. She would be so red in the face and huffing and puffing once she got all Gypsy's stuff in the car."
Mm, I bet she was like that.
Mhm.
I mean, she did not look healthy at all. And
No.
then, yeah, she was in very bad health, and I don't think she would have lived much longer.
Well, and it's kinda one of those things too where Gypsy, we didn't know that Dee Dee had the alpha-gal,
Mhm,
uh, allergy to red meat. That's what
mhm.
that is, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
to mammal meat. So,
yeah, Nancy
actually
was a
mammal products of all kinds, so even, like, their leather and everything.
mhm. And Gypsy, in her book, tried to shame Dee Dee as not taking care of herself with her diabetes and stuff. She's like, "Yeah, her diabetes ran rampant. That'll happen when all you eat is biscuits and, sweet peas over rice," or something like that.
Mhm.
And, basically shaming her for not having a better diet and more protein. Well, now we know that Dee Dee didn't have a crap ton of choices. I mean, I know there's ways to get your protein with the alpha gal, but, like, did Dee Dee know that? What issues did she have and stuff? You know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah, and back then, I mean, it was basically unheard of. Now
Mhm.
people know what it is because a lot of people are getting it. I have it, my husband has it, and, yeah, so you have to, like, pay attention to every ingredient.
Right.
There are so many things that have animal, protein in it or, mammal products of some kind in it, and that's including milk and stuff like that. So, it's
Yeah, so
really hard to find food to eat.
in order to not have what happens if you eat the wrong thing
So
with it?
yeah, so if I eat it like, I don't have, like, a severe allergy like some people have it where they can even smell beef and stuff cooking and get an attack. But what I have is I get really sick, throwing up, diarrhea, things like that. So,
Mhm.
it's a choice for me. If I eat it, I know what's gonna happen. But I'm allergic to a lot of other things as well, and so trying to find anything for me to eat, it's basically rice and chicken,
Gotcha.
and, I have an aversion to chicken now, and, so it's hard.
And Alexandra here says, "I have gout. I cannot eat it, meat and any fat." And didn't we hear that Dee Dee had gout too?
Yes, yes,
So
she
that
has.
would have limited her further if she
Yep,
didn't want to go have her gout flare up.
that's very true.
Like, good lord.
Mhm, and that's painful, painful stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Recros. Yep, gout at the end.
Mm.
It was
Yeah,
raining whenever they were taking these.
yeah, I pay for eating the food that I shouldn't eat, and if I decided to get off of all of that food, I would be basically eating just chicken and rice
Gotcha.
because 'cause I'm allergic to spinach and all kinds of things,
Oh
so
my lord, healthy
yeah,
stuff even.
potatoes,
Goodness.
yeah.
I thought for the longest time, I was like, "Are we looking at a used condom?" But whenever I looked at the evidence log for in the description, it said plastic film. It sounded like it was maybe a cigarette pack wrapper or something.
Oh, okay.
It's a very, very clear piece of plastic, Victoria. And this is a part to a toy. So it looks like Gypsy was playing with kid toys outside.
Can you imagine her neighbors after knowing she was pretending to be a kid?
Right. Can you imagine like seeing her roll around, sucking her baby bottle, playing with dollies, and you're like, well, it's because she's, his mentality of a child. She's not all there. She has medical and mental problems. And then you find out she was like, hi, I'm
Oh
Demona.
my
Let's
goodness.
kill my mom.
I wish all of those videos would have come out in Nick's trial. That would have been an interesting trial to watch.
Oh my God, me too.
But this is gonna be a case study, I think, one day for some psychologist who wants to, really understand the criminal mind.
Yeah, and I think it would be good too for someone who does anthropology to study the effect of
Ooh.
public discourse on plea deals because it doesn't seem right.
Mhm.
I think this is a sock. Someone was asking in the comments if that was a poop. I think it's a black sock.
I was wondering the same thing, I don't know.
If it was poop. Well, maybe Gypsy was Hershey pieing outside.
I'm just thinking of all the random things that are probably out in my yard right now.
Oh, looks like a piece of purple cloth.
Oh, or underwear.
She was probably out there in one of her royal outfits.
Yeah. Eating her royal mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Dreaming about the day she can Hershey pie a man. Sorry, I can't help myself.
Lord have mercy.
You have to laugh at what you can laugh at in this case.
Yeah, it's true.
It's more fornication foliage, back door open.
I still don't think David went through that dang window. There was nothing disturbed in that sink. Like if a big dude like that is coming through that window, he's going to put his foot in that sink somewhere. You don't see any footprints of his from his shoes on that
Well, why
sink
wouldn't all
anywhere.
this shit be knocked off?
Well, he said he put it all back,
Oh,
but I don't believe that.
I don't either. Like,
I don't see any evidence markers showing his footprints or anything there.
yeah, and I feel like coming in through there, like, as big as he is and everything, you probably would scuff up the side paint with your shoes and things.
Mhm.
I recently had to climb through my bathroom window after I locked myself out. And I had to climb in the window 3 times after locking myself out, and 1970 said, "We are getting key codes for the doors, pin pads so that
Oh.
I don't have to climb in anymore whenever I lock myself out. Because he would drive home, and let me in, but he's
Mhm.
30 minutes away, so I would just climb in the window rather than tell him and confess later, be like, "I did it again, locked myself out, climbed in the window."
I used to lock myself out of the house as a kid when I lived in Arkansas with my dad. I would constantly forget my key, and then when my husband and I got together, I would constantly lock my keys in the car, and I remember being pregnant one time with Laura, and I had a Jeep Wagoneer or something like that, and I had to crawl in the back window of the Wagoneer all the way over to the
When I was a teenager, my parents had a wood chute because they had a wood furnace in the basement. And then, there was a wood chute that you could open from the backyard after
Mhm,
you split the wood and drop it down the wood chute, and it would land down by the furnace. I
mhm.
locked myself out and had to climb down the wood chute a couple times.
That's pretty adventurous.
Yeah, I was always having to figure out a way in. And 1970, he realized when I had to climb in the window a few times, he's like, "Well, our house isn't safe." He's like, "We've got to get key code pads so that we can, at the same time, make sure you can get in when you're not locked out, and
Yeah.
also make the house safe from intruders." Because we it seems we can't do both at the same time, not without the keypads.
Uh, oh,
Um
Alora, no, you're just like your daddy and your mommy. No, she acts exactly like her dad, and my son acts just like me.
I found it I really wanna see more of the kitchen, but I'm just kinda letting these pictures go in their order. I
Mhm,
found it interesting in one of the videos, we saw this fireplace behind Gypsy, and it
mhm.
had more pictures over here.
Yeah, it
So
did.
those pictures must have been some of the ones Nick talked about her grabbing to throw away.
Mhm,
And I wish to goodness we could actually get eyes on what exactly was in the specific pictures that she chose to throw away, because I feel like there's some sort of pattern there that she didn't want seen.
yeah,
She
and
left she left pictures of herself all over the place. So the story she told Nick about not wanting anyone to know that she lived there was bullshit. But I feel like there's some kind of pattern to the one she chose to not have anyone see.
mhm, and the reason we don't know that is because they picked up the trash, correct?
I believe so, yeah, and just happened that, one of the gloves was stuck in the bottom of it.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that picture.
Yep.
But I think it was all just like a ruse for Nick to feel like she was covering her tracks or something like that.
Yeah, because I mean, she told him all the stuff they were gonna do to cover it. Some of it would have actually worked, like, if they'd sunk a knife in the Springfield Reservoir Lake or something like that, the evidence would have been less, it would have been more based on their messages, and maybe it would have a actual trial with all these videos and messages and stuff coming out and being examined better would have happened. But by
Mhm.
the knife being at his house with, his fingerprints and all that and stuff, Nick was just done, cooked, and she made sure of that.
Yeah, she really did. I really believe she was setting him up, and she
Mhm.
had some other plans.
See the red light here? Someone mentioned this in the
Mhm.
comments earlier.
And Dee Dee just basically let her do whatever the hell she wanted to do.
I feel like after 2011, after she shot her all those times with a BB gun and chased her down with a knife and held her with at knife point in the bathroom, that Dee Dee just kinda gave up and hoped that Gypsy wouldn't kill her, but she did.
Mhm.
I wonder if that's when Dee Dee gave up on keeping the house up too. in addition to the sickness and immobility, if she was just went into a deep depression because, oh my God, everything I built my life on, my child was lying to me.
That's a possibility.
You see anything significant here we need to talk about?
No, I mean,
You know what? Look back here.
uh-huh.
Okay, David said he put the stuff back. Look
Mhm.
by that back door, how everything's shoved around, knocked around, this carpet,
Yeah.
shit's been shoved and then shoved back. I bet anything he went through the door.
Yeah, that's and then I believe when the police got there, the door was unlocked, right? There's pictures of the door unlocked in the crime scene photos, right?
Yeah, we just scrolled back and this door was open a little bit, or we
Uh-huh.
just saw it. Let me scroll back. I think it's too far. It'll
Yeah.
reset everything and I won't be able to find my place. But yeah,
Well,
we saw it. And you can even see a little bit at this angle that it's open a
yeah.
couple inches.
Yeah, it is. So, was that door open the whole time and David went through there or what?
Makes you wonder.
Because they did take a picture of it ajar. So, in my mind, that would mean that it was ajar when they showed up.
Mhm.
So, if
Um,
David went through there and then just left it ajar like that, that's just weird.
the B-side, there was a neighbor with a key, and that's when they went in and actually found Dee Dee's body. David Blanchard went in before that and said he didn't see her body, and he says he went in through the window, and it just seems so weird to us how they would have went in through the window.
Mhm.
Hello, Starlight's in the comments. She said the police went through that door.
Yeah.
So, would did the police shove everything back in front of it after they went in? Like, why would
Yeah,
they do
that's just
that?
weird.
Like restaging? That doesn't I've never heard of that, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, Starlight. If they came through that side door, why did they shove everything back?
And leave it ajar and then take a picture of it ajar like that. It's
Mhm.
just weird.
Yeah, it's I ain't doubting your information at all. I'm just being like, but why? Because so many things on this case, it's just like we'll get a fact nailed down finally, and we're like, why? It doesn't make any sense. But
Mhm.
this appears to be what happened. You try to put it together in the context of everything else, and it's just like, but why? you know.
Mhm. No,
The
and
thing
when
is,
you look
Victoria, though, it wouldn't be how it was found because they messed it all up. So you'd think, as opposed to shoving it back, they would at least leave it how they went through there,
yeah.
you know? That's possible. Thank you, Starlight.
Hmm. I'll
Weird,
never
weird.
buy the fact that David went through that window because if you look in that sink, the bowls are still, full of food. They weren't disturbed. There's no food out in the sink that looks like it had been stepped on or whatever.
Yeah, it just there's no footprints or nothing.
Mhm. So right there, it looks dark,
Yeah,
but
it looks like trash bags, but
then
it's
in other
also
ones, it looks different, right?
yeah, but wasn't this one taken at night?
Yes.
So there wouldn't be any light to light up the stained glass stuff, it's just
Not
dark
really
outside.
because, there's a big street light in their yard,
Oh,
and it, like
true.
it, like, illuminates the whole yard, basically.
Good point. I don't know, it does look like trash bags, but
Yeah.
and Gypsy's got trash bags everywhere.
Yeah.
She said in her book, she blamed that on her mom.
Yeah.
She said that she tried to clean up the hoarding stashes and, took all these trash bags out that just had boxes and stuff and that Dee Dee drug them back in.
Mhm.
I don't know. I wonder if I feel like Gypsy did it. I don't
Well, we see Gypsy
I don't know what
even
the
to
point
this
is.
day going into a situation and making it hers and throwing everybody's stuff away.
Yeah.
So
Thank you,
I w
Cherokee Girl, for the super chat, I appreciate it.
yeah, so I would assume that she was probably doing that to Dee Dee.
Yeah, Starlight, I don't think the house is Dee Dee's fault at all. She kept a really neat house whenever she lived
Mhm.
in Aurora, and I only know of people visiting her a few times after Springfield, and it was, like, 2009, 10, 11. I'm starting to really feel like Dee Dee not only went down so far physically, but kinda gave up after the 2011 shooting and knife attack incident.
Mhm.
Just crazy. Hey, New Orleans lady.
Hello. I'm here just going along with you guys because I can't remember anything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were having a neighborhood cleanup and they were having like what's it called? They were
And
having
Dee Dee
some
was
kind of
supposed to
event.
bring
A what?
Dee Dee was supposed to bring pop, right?
Yeah, yeah, they were having some kind of event. So, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Uh, hey,
You're good,
hello,
dear.
sorry, Cherokee girl. My eye is better, but I am not feeling the best. I'm actually quite exhausted.
Dee Dee brought the Pepsi. Where's the Pepsi?
You know, the funny thing is when I saw the Pepsi in the crime scene photos after realizing that Nick was drinking Pepsi in order to help him, I was just like, what does she do? At first, I was like, is she like using it to help herself too, or what?
Yeah. Oh, good point, Starlight. Depending on what kind of neighborhood cleanup it was, like if it was one where they're gonna do um big haul pickups, like I
Mhm.
know trash services often have like a couple of times a year where you can put out, as much trash as you can and they'll pick it
Mhm.
all up or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's possible. Interesting.
Yeah, it's very possible.
So I was looking at this picture the other day because I wanted to see if I could find any evidence of Gypsy reading the Ruby Landry, VC Andrews books,
Mhm.
and I gave up.
Well, so this is the room that her godmother or god grandmother said was the classroom.
Interesting.
So at one point, they had that bookshelf with her schoolwork,
Mhm.
and then somehow that room morphed into the catch-all room.
Yeah, probably when Dee Dee quit trying to teach her anything. I mean, she
Yeah,
was 24, so there wouldn't have been any need for Dee Dee to try for years. So
that's
it
true.
makes sense that the schoolroom to turn to a catch-all room.
That is a good catch. Yeah, definitely. So it would have been quite a few years, 4 at least, 5,
Mhm.
maybe 6.
Yeah, and Gypsy always says that Dee Dee never even made an attempt at homeschooling, and I don't believe that at all because even though her spelling's atrocious, she reads and writes just way too well.
Yeah, she does. For somebody that, says they never had any education, she reads and writes very well, and she can comprehend what she's reading and writing.
Someone said in the comments the Harley Quinn wig is in there. I don't see it, do you?
Um,
Oh,
no.
no,
Oh,
that's
what is that? Oh, maybe no,
I can't tell if that's hair or something else.
it looks like something else.
But yeah, I need to use a some sort of photo service and see if it can help me get the names of some of these books.
I don't see any like novels or anything there though.
I think there's Star Wars novels.
Oh, okay.
These over here appear to be more school booky, and a lot of them are about foods and health and diet. What's this one down here? There's your pink cowboy hat. That looks like another wig bag right there.
It could totally be. There's a, oh, that's not a wig. That's a doll back there at the top.
Yep, there sure is, Exo Bean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to check the comments real quick and see if anyone wants to look at anything specific in here before I move on. Okay. Oh, there's more Star Wars books right there. And then these over here.
Yeah. I think it's funny that the one thing Dee Dee denied her was Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. She is. I can kind of see it though, because even as obsessed as she is with everything else, she Star Wars goes so much far beyond even Twilight and stuff. Whenever I'm reading in her emails, like her and Ryan's kid names, Loki, Darkstar, Anderson, all this stuff. Like it's kind of wild.
He's such a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, VC Andrews has books about vampires too?
I think so.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. So somebody was learning how to speak French?
Uh-huh. Actually, you know what my guess is on that? I bet that was part of Dee Dee's schooling because so many Cajun words have French origin.
Yeah.
I'm just a guess, but Dee Dee was really, really into her culture.
Yeah.
There's more books back here.
A Moxie doll.
There's another Eating Well book right there.
Yeah, so Dee Dee was concentrated on their health.
Boudica, that's kind of how I feel too. I feel like after the 2011 incident, Dee Dee just kind of tried to not get killed.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a correction. VC Andrews never wrote about vampires. Anne Rice. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely know Anne Rice did. I've read a lot of her books, but
yeah, it appears that way. And she said in one of her prison emails she has scoliosis and she hurts really bad if she stands very long and didn't think that she'd be able to have a job.
And if you watch that video of her at some kind of fair or whatever, and she's stepping down off of, yeah, that's very telling that something is definitely wrong with her legs.
Yep. Oh, this bathroom creeps me out every time I see that wheelchair in there. Yeah, unscathed, right? Air DNA.
Well, the crazy thing is she tells us that she was in there hiding. Did she sit in her wheelchair? I mean, why was the wheelchair even in there?
Yeah, it makes no sense. I think it was part of staging the crime scene.
Yeah.
Because if Dee Dee was asleep, and we know damn well from the videos that she does not roll around the wheelchair whenever Dee Dee's not right there, if she even did in front of Dee Dee after 2011. So there was no reason for this other than staging, in my opinion.
Yeah. Erica Cameron said, did she wheel herself in there to shave her legs? Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, if maybe she used that as a thing to sit in while she shaved her legs, but that's still pretty far away from the tub. So
she's given a few different stories about exactly where she sat in there.
Yeah, I know. She even said she was in the middle of the tub, or no, the toilet and the sink, and there's a big old cat litter box there, so
Jip
but
on the litter box.
that would
I
be on
wouldn't doubt but
par.
what she went in that litter box several times considering her pet play fetish.
Well, and the bathroom is surprisingly clean.
Yeah, like, it's it's got some cat hair and stuff, but compared to the rest of it, like, it's really, really clean.
Yeah, there was no toilet paper on the roll. I just noticed that.
Because Jip is going in the litter box. She wants to be a cat.
Uh,
I also found a, email in one of her prison emails where she says, "I have a really long tongue. I can drink water out of a bowl like a cat."
I remember that. And she
Yeah,
doesn't have the frenium or whatever, the thing in the front of her tongue.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of it, and I'm like, "What? She doesn't have that thing?" So she
Weird.
can stick it out even more. My family makes fun of me because when I stick out my tongue, barely anything comes out. It's kind of embarrassing, but
There's Gypsy's room. Plenty of film over that window.
so that is definitely so if you see the pattern on that window, that's definitely the back that's in the back
Yeah.
of the house. That's the same pattern.
I need to pull up their floor plan of their house because I think I'm a little confused on the way the rooms go. I know where they are generally, but yeah, the windows are tripping me up. I'm not sure, Aunt Edna. I know they tested the bathroom sink around it. But
Mm,
yeah, these pictures are taken at the same time as the living room pictures, right? And you can clearly tell this one just has stained glass where the living room looks like black, like it does have
mhm.
trash bags over it, maybe. So maybe Jip put those up before the night of the murder because that's the only place we've seen him.
Yeah, and I'll never believe that they took all of that stuff off of her bed to do the deed and then put it all back on there.
Yeah, no. No, I think they were right by Dee Dee.
I
They
do
have
too.
for quite some time.
Yeah.
What do we got in here? I'm special.
Could you imagine so if Dee Dee didn't know that Gypsy was faking all this stuff, how long was Dee Dee, like, wiping her behind and stuff because
Oh
of,
my god, yeah.
her being in diapers and stuff like that?
And, picking her up and putting her in the car and back out.
Yeah.
And Gypsy, in her book, um, tried to shame Dee Dee again. She said she implied that Dee Dee bought the Nissan Cube intentionally because it, wouldn't fit her motorized wheelchair. And she said that Dee Dee wanted more control over her by
Yeah.
forcing her back into the manual wheelchair, and it's like, you could freaking walk, like, Dee Dee was probably, like, just get in the freaking cube, you know?
Yeah. I would really love to know what Dee Dee was thinking at that time. I wish she had, written in a journal or something.
She probably did. Rod and Christy probably threw it away.
Probably.
And you know what else I've been thinking about? That, that police report where, they found outgoing mail from Dee Dee, like, 2 miles away from their house.
Yes.
Like, at first, I thought it was pretty decently close, but it's not, like, it's way away.
Mhm.
And that was, if I remember right, let me see, I've got it here. The date on that was April 6, 2012.
Mhm.
So we know that the gun and knife incident happened in 2011. I can't help but wonder if Gypsy was checking all Dee Dee's outgoing mail to see if she was telling anyone about the incident and then grabbing it all
Maybe.
up.
Maybe. I mean, it had to have been her. Whatever she was doing with that mail, it was her doing it.
Definitely. Definitely. Yep.
Hello, Starlight says
Probably.
Gypsy said that Dee Dee had a journal where she wrote about Gypsy's whole life. Huh.
Oh, who said that?
Hello, Starlight said that.
Interesting. Man, I wish we could find that. I bet Rod and Christy toss that shit quick.
Yeah.
This is so creepy to me because I do think it's possible that they started on this bed because remember the luminol photos?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't take everything off. You can tell that.
Yeah.
They were just on the edge. But you can see straight into Dee Dee's room from that
Yeah.
edge where the luminol photos are, where it shows, that even though apparently Nick wasn't able to rise to the occasion or complete, somebody did.
Yeah. Thank you, Pink Phoenix. I can't even talk. Pink Phoenix. Yeah, I'm probably going to get off here in a little bit and go lay down.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, you're welcome. Y'all don't want to see my eyes. They're hideous right now.
I wonder what happened in here that caused the paint to be all messed up.
Oh.
Because it's up high, it's not all
Yeah.
down low where it could be wheelchair, like all the way up high and stuff.
Zoom back in on that.
See, the paint's like chipped off.
Yeah. I wonder. There's some marks from the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even create that kind of.
Right.
Huh. That's curious.
Exo Bean, what are you talking about a specific series or something? Yep, that's hand sanitizer on the wall.
Mm-hmm. I noticed Dee Dee used hand sanitizer when she went up to the desk at Cox Hospital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seemed like that was a big deal to her, which if what people have been showing in those medical records is correct, and Gypsy actually did have a form of childhood leukemia at one point. People who, have to care for someone with cancer are often like, really, really
Mm-hmm.
diligent about hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah, definitely. Did
Because
you
they
see
have to be.
did you see that somebody was breaking down that video and they showed Gypsy playing with a phone?
Yes.
Hiding it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just hiding it, right, playing right in Dee Dee's face, and Dee Dee definitely, in my opinion, knew she had it and saw her because when Dee Dee glanced down and Gypsy put it underneath her bunny, I don't see how Dee Dee couldn't have saw it then. I think Gypsy just didn't want her to see exactly what she was saying. She's probably texting freaking Nick.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, it was funny to see her look down and then Gypsy try to hide it. And it's like, girl, she already knew you had it. So what are you hiding from her?
Right? Tote with a white lid should be one with a green handle. Binky surrounded bag at the floor at the foot of the bed. What? Let's go back. Oh, it's the same tote, if not the one.
Yeah, same kind for sure.
That looks like maybe some of the baby clothes.
The fact that
Sort of vampire movie.
Yeah, the fact that she had all of these children's things and she was almost 24 years old is really disturbing.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that, you know, people would, even me, be like, well, it is regardless of whatever Dee Dee believed about her health, it's weird that she made her stay a little kid with all her decor and aesthetics. Now we understand Gypsy wanted that. She still does.
Mm-hmm.
She still wanted
Yeah.
that in prison.
Yeah, and now she's got a whole daughter to take care of.
and wants to do a church group.
Oh my goodness.
That's
You know,
wild. If
I'm
that was the same toad, I wonder if she took the baby stuff to Nick's with her. I can't remember seeing any of it in the
yeah, I didn't see
evidence
any.
pics, but I've, looked at so many.
Oh, there's that pink dress she was wearing.
Mhm. Right there.
So
Yeah, she loved your little girl clothes.
all the other ones had to have been in Dee Dee's closet, right?
The other dresses?
Yeah, or in bags, I guess.
Yeah, I bet there's a lot of them in bags, honestly.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if those bags were opened if, her Demona dresses are in there.
I don't know.
Exactly, New Orleans lady.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did too.
Mhm. Dee Dee would tell everybody that. She has the mind of a child, and after the murder and everything happened, it was like, "Oh, well, I guess that was part of the scam," but no, she did.
Mhm.
Gypsy, even when she, um, isn't impaired to childlike level, she chooses to try to put herself at a childlike level.
Mhm. So Dee Dee's got thick curtains there in her room.
Yep. Okay, here, some of you told me that Morgan Elena had found, a magnet that talked about multiple personalities, and I could not find it for the longest time because I thought it was in the fridge, but I finally found it the other day. This says here, 2 voices in my head. Oh, the voices in my head don't like you. This is something that Gypsy has accused Dee Dee of saying is, like, evidence of how evil she was.
Mhm.
It it was probably a joke because it's a joke magnet she has.
Yep.
You know?
She just picks things up that are very innocuous and simple and creates a whole thing about it in her mind, and it just shows that the woman is really not capable of taking care of herself or anybody else. She's
Mhm.
mentally stunted,
Yeah,
and
mind of a child. Oops.
yeah, she really has the mind of a child. I really believe it
Mhm.
now. You
Yeah, and
know,
she
at first
chooses to.
well, I was gonna say at first, when she came out, I was like, "Oh, she talks really well," and I thought that she had some kind of, logic, but now after seeing her for almost 2 years doing things, it's like she's just extremely impulsive and never thinks about her actions or the consequences of those actions until she's facing the music, and then she squeezes out of it by blaming other people for it.
Cherokee Girl, yeah, we know about that. It's pretty gross. It's what
Mhm,
sh it's, I don't wanna talk about it too much on here because YouTube might, take away my monetization. They did when I showed Dee Dee too much and when I talked too much about the, child stuff
mhm,
on my live stream, but yeah, Gypsy was sharing daddy dom little girl stuff on her Facebook.
mhm, and Nick is still into it from my understanding from multiple sources. So,
Yeah. Mighty Mulatto, the safe, I believe, is actually opposite side, like, opposite the foot of the bed.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. This picture will forever crack me up because it's where we realize poopy men.
Oh my goodness.
Poopy meds will always be funny. But yeah, I'm so weirded out by this now because the way that this is organized and bagged and tagged reminds me so much of the way Gypsy had organized, bagged, and tagged all of her stolen baby clothes.
Mhm.
And the writing looks so similar. It's just like,
Mhm.
"What?"
I feel like she was impersonating her mom online for many years.
Possibly so. Maybe like that scene in Interview with a Vampire where Lestat or Lewis finds the corpse Claudia was keeping in the bed, and she's like, "I wanted her. I wanted to be her."
Yeah, okay, so right here, these windows are blacked out, but when you look at them on the outside, they're not blacked out.
Really?
Yeah, I remember you were just scrolling through some of the outside earlier,
Gotcha.
um, and I remember seeing that window, and I don't remember anything being on it. You could actually see inside of the window.
Right. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Yes, justice for Dee Dee.
So maybe they have
Justice for Dee
something
Dee.
on their windows that has some kind of film already that's like, reflective to where you can't see in.
Yeah,
I
could
used to
be.
have that on my back screen or my, back sliding glass door.
You know what gets me? I don't understand why in so many of her interviews, in her book, all kinds of stuff, Gypsy insists that the shed had a dirt floor. It clearly doesn't. It has a normal wooden floor and it's covered by a red one of those outdoor type carpets that are usually
Yeah, like
green. This one's red.
AstroTurf type.
Yeah.
Mhm,
But I it's so weird that she always tries to insist it has a dirt floor.
mhm. Well, and then there's, like, 3 sheds, so this is the front one, and then there's one with just a bunch of junk in it, and then
Mm.
well, and then there's the greenhouse, so there's 2
Yeah.
sheds. 2
Those
sheds.
aren't theirs, right? They're just across the street, and they took pictures of those because Gypsy referenced them as places to possibly have sex in that video.
Yeah, well, she says it's in her yard in that video. She's
Oh,
like, "Oh,
okay.
well, this is my yard."
I didn't think that their yard went over that far, but maybe I was wrong. Or maybe Jip was just claiming more than they have.
Probably.
Someone said fornication sheds. Fornication sheds amongst the foliage.
Well, considering that shed is pretty empty and the rest of the house is completely full, I don't know, it's like
Well, she did mention bugs in there, and we see bug foggers,
yeah.
but she was also obviously doing stuff in here. Like, see these little things here?
Mhm.
She had those along the back of her bed.
Yeah, they're like fencing or something like that.
Yeah, and it looks like little wrought iron crosses. I think
Uh-huh.
she was trying to set up her bed like a vampire coffin, because this deal says vampires and werewolves.
Oh my goodness.
It's got a little
I wonder
crown or something there,
I wonder what
and
all that
these
tubing is.
I wonder too, very odd. But yeah, these she used along the back of her bed, like she was trying to set it up like a little graveyard ring or something.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of that and put it through AI. Oops, sorry. I wanna know what AI says about it.
There's lots of royal crowns in there, I don't see any royal collars. Got
Okay.
Huggies baby wipes. There's another bug fogger. Once again, no dirt floor.
Mhm.
Are these like I thought that was Star Wars, maybe that's Wally? I don't know.
Yeah, it almost looks like a trash can.
Yeah.
So AI says that it's most consistent with household utility tubing, like vacuum cleaner hose, shop vac, pool or spa hose, general purpose, drainage, or sump pump.
Her bed inside XO Bean. I wonder if what this is. And she
Looks
was
like a hat.
already doing some furry stuff, maybe.
Probably. I mean,
I
she
love
was
that I've
already
got a lot of people in my comments from the furry community that are like, "No, she cannot sit with us."
I'm surprised at how well Dee Dee kept up with the laundry as well.
Right?
And every video almost has the washing machine going.
Someone left I don't think I've seen that one, Fluffy Stingray.
I've seen She Who Shall Not Be Named. This
Oh,
is her theory.
gotcha.
Yeah. She thinks there's this like whole warehouse where they like kept her or something. I don't even freaking
Oh,
know.
yeah. That person thinks a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the videos, it did sound like, yeah, Fluffy. In one of the videos, it did sound like there was a washing machine going.
A lot of them did.
Yeah. Oh, crap. Let me get away from the redacted ones.
Yeah, and I guess that same person is saying that they're not sure who redacted the stuff in the Google Drive. Let me just let everybody know. I decided not to redact anything in the Google Drive and just put it in there as I got it because I knew it would cause more trouble than anything. So
Right.
I just put it in there as is.
Yeah,
Now,
the redactions are the responsibility of Greene County at this point.
correct. Any redaction that is in that Google Drive is from Greene County, not me.
Yeah, there were several videos where the phone was ringing.
Mm-hmm.
These
And I'm
tire
telling
tracks.
you, you cannot, if you're sneaky and you're being sneaky, you're going to jump if that phone rings.
Right?
She was totally comfortable with what she was doing.
Absolutely comfortable. Like, no issues whatsoever. It's so, I know that everybody's been talking about blood spatter a lot lately, and it is strange that everywhere there's blood, it's just kind of dripped down.
Mm-hmm.
Never never looks like it's been slung around or sprayed or
Mm-hmm.
anything.
And what do you think about the fact that they changed clothes, but then got caught in, at least Gypsy, in the same clothes?
Real quick, read Crow's Fade. That's stuff like that's why we don't entertain she who must not be named theories. They're nuts.
Yeah, she's just got too much going on.
Yeah. But so yeah, we know from some of those videos of them, like, getting out of the cab and stuff like that, that they talked about them being in brand new different clothes. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick's cap being left there and stuff like that does seem like there's an indication of clothes being changed, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just find it
I
weird that she changed after and then put on those dirty clothes and then was arrested in them. That's just so
Yeah.
bizarre.
I saw someone say they unfortunately don't like Fancy here. Y'all, Fancy tried to get Amber from Into the Weeds. She wrote to a court and asked for them to be arrested, and she tried to get my channel terminated. So no. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
Hey,
Um,
Lexi.
yeah. In the kitchen, the only thing I saw was the blood on the flour
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah.
Was there anything else? And that to me, again, kind of looked like it just dripped down.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember seeing in the kitchen. And at some points, I wasn't sure if it was blood or if it was a marker.
Yeah, definitely on the flour bag, it looked like
Mhm.
blood, but
Well, to me, sometimes it looks like a marker depending on what day I'm looking at it.
oh, gotcha. Okay. Hmm. Weird, weird.
I think I'm actually going to have to bow out because I'm not feeling that great. But
No problem. I was actually thinking maybe we'll end here and I'll make note of we stopped on picture 314,
Okay.
and then maybe we can pick back up another time.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much, everyone in the chat.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me, and I hope everybody has a very blessed day.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Amber. I was trying to figure out how I could go through all the super chats, and I think I just found that option. Thank you, McCatherine. I appreciate it so much. You're always here supporting. Fluffy Stingray, you are welcome. I appreciate you being here and supporting. Cherokee Girl, you are always coming in and love you to death. You're awesome. Lavender Girl, thank you for becoming a new member. Yeah, I hope Amber gets some rest too. I appreciate how she always jumps in and hangs out even when she's not feeling up to it, but definitely needs some rest. Absolutely. Justice for Dee Dee. Justice for Dee Dee. Thank you so much, Lisa Evans. Let me scroll through the chat real quick and see if there's anything here I missed that y'all need me to answer. Take your poopy meds. Thank you, EXO. Thank you, Justin Shades, for being here. Oh, the Google Drive, if you go to Amber, go to Into the Weeds YouTube channel, click on their post and scroll down, you'll see where she's posted it there. Truth Train, love from the Netherlands. Thank you. Justice for Dee Dee. Justice for Dee Dee. Says, please take a look at that interview again. Nick's stepdad and brother. Yeah, that one is so hard to watch. I feel so bad. And I really wonder why on earth that they didn't have the child leave to talk to the dad about all that stuff, you know? It's just crazy. I'm not sure about that. I guess we'll find out. Thank you, Just Jamie, Shiny Lady, Cherokee Girl, New Orleans Lady. All right, I'm going to end it, friends. I hope everyone has a good day, and we will see you back here soon.